Hey guys, it's Cindy over at paper.old.new. Thanks for coming by and spending some time with me today. I am working on getting this finished up. What I'm doing, and I thought I'd bring you along for the ride, is some finishing up some of these big cards that are stuck in these bigger pockets. I'm edging them because they just fit down in the pocket. So we're going to take them out and we're going to see about putting a little bit of an edge on them. Well, if I can get them out there. All right, and I pulled down some different laces and stuff that I thought we might try. For example, this one. Now, if I use something like this, more than likely I'll put a second. I need to turn this on. More than likely I'll put a second something to cover up this edge. The other thing, of course, that you can do is cut it off, which this one's actually wide enough that I might do that. So how's everybody doing? Sorry, I know I'm still scattering around with these videos. I have so much going on, and I was not feeling well for a couple of days, and there's a lot of crazy going on in my house right now. So it's just, I don't know. Is what it is, I guess. So how are all you guys doing? Getting things done, crafty things, not so crafty things. I'm still driving myself crazy with all of the stuff that I'm finding packed in the back of my craft area that I forgot I had. And I'm going, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with all this? I didn't realize how much stuff I had accumulated, but it's too much stuff. Can I just say? All right. Now, what we're going to do with it is we're going to try and scrunch it up like a ruffle. I know. You're like, well, you just took it off of its ruffle. Why don't you just leave it? I don't want that. I don't like that, what do you call it? The part that holds it, that sews it together, the header or whatever. I don't like that part. So it's like, if I can take it off and do the ruffling myself, I like that better. Because it seems all kind of, it's not quite so even and perfect, which is what I'm trying to get away from. I just want it to be kind of scraggly. So, I told you about my sister's Memorial Day party. Yeah, I was not feeling well for a little while. I was in bed, kind of not getting things done in any capacity. So when I could get up, I was working on this book to try and get it done. So we're almost there. So I just want to get these fabric pieces or lace pieces and things onto these cards so that they're done. And then hopefully we'll be able to do a flip through soon. So that'll be fun. Okay, so there's that one. I'm not really looking to do anything else. I just want to put a ruffle or some sort of lace edge on some of these. And we're going to stick them back in their pockets. And what's not... Hold on. I am going to put a little glue under that. Okay. What's nice is because the pockets are so big, the lace edge kind of tucks down inside, but also sticks out. So you can tuck it away in there. sort of, and then it sticks out the edge and you can pull the card. So that's nice. All right, let's find the next one. I don't even remember where they all are. Oh, you know what? I haven't put anything in these. Oh, that. Oh, there we go. I have something in this pocket. I thought I had something in that pocket. Huh. Okay, guys. Oh, these are too small. I mean, it could go in here, but it's too small for these. I'd rather do this one, but I have to back it. It needs a back. So, what do we want to put on the back of here? I'm going to be honest, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to get anything to glue to that. It's shiny. We're going to give it a shot and see what happens. I always hope that, because I mean, I've seen this stuff eat through things, like, because it's a solvent glue, so it's got like some chemicals in it that get through wallpaper and stuff like that. So I'm always hoping that it'll like dissolve some of this plastic coating on here. I've even seen it dissolve the what do you call that? The window in an envelope. So yeah, I mean, I have been binge watching. I've never watched it before. So I've told you guys I watched the FBI series, right? And they've canceled all but the original. So like FBI Most Wanted and FBI International or whatever it was. The two that I didn't really watch. They were non-renewed, we'll just say that. But the main one is still there. And the guy who produces the FBI series and the Law and Order series does the Chicago series. You guys know maybe some of you know what I'm talking about. Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, Chicago Med. So, I got curious. Can you hear my dog? She's mad because I closed my door and she can't get in. So she's mad at me, so she's barking. Anyway, so I started watching the Chicago PD one because I was curious. Because, like, Law and Order, he also did the Law and Orders, and I liked the original. My favorite was Criminal Intent. Law and Order, Criminal Intent. That was my favorite. And it went off the air years ago. Oh, I almost thought I did that upside down. Okay. So I was like, well, let's see this series and what I think of it. And so far, it's interesting. I'll just say that. You have to kind of be okay with the idea of what they're doing. It's kind of a tough cop deal. Let's look at some of these, and maybe we'll put a topper on this one. Oh, maybe we could do a really tall one. Oh, I have to be careful. I don't want it to clash with the sticker. Might end up having to do... Ooh. I might end up having to do something that's like really relatively neutral. Like this. Now my daughter's out in the hallway playing with her and she's growling and being all... I don't know how much of it you'll be able to hear. I'm just telling you what it is in case you do. Or it could be small, I guess. I don't want it to stick too far out the top of the book. The reason I'm not putting tabs on these ones that stick out is because they stick out and then the ends of the tabs get all messed up. So I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and put a little piece of lace on here. The problem is I don't know. What if I just did a small piece like this? Like from the middle. You have to help this glue gun. I like the fact that it's cordless, but you have to help it along when you reload a stick. It's like, it requires assistance. Part of the reason I'm doing this is these cards have a tendency to kind of get lost in the fray, and I want them to be seen. Okay. So in the top of the book, I want something to stick out to mark that they're there. And then the other reason I'm doing it is just I like the fun, fibery, lacy things that stick out. And again, well, that one might have been a little wet. You can get it down in there and it'll go. All right, where's the next one? Have a card in here? I don't even have a card in that one. All right, I have to make a card for that one. That one's sticking out. It doesn't need a ruffle. I'm only doing the ruffles on the ones that stick out. That are in pockets like this. Okay, so let's see you. You know what? We might do like a border down the, make sure that's on the right side, yeah. So I might do like a border down here. We'll decorate the edge of this journaling space along with putting the ruffle on. So we're having a like cold, breezy kind of a day. And because the weather can't make up its mind around here, and I've been in and out of several kinds of weather recently, my sinuses are not happy with me. So they're causing me issues. Okay, now what we'll do is we will take this off of here. I really like the way that turned out. Okay. Okay. I kind of do like the way that turned out. And then what we'll do is we'll put a some sort of whatever it is going to have to be flat, and I don't want it to come off. I just want it to kind of be apart, sort of. What colors we got over here? Pinks and whatnot. You guys see my bucket here of trims and things. There's all kinds of things in here. That sewing thing I brought back from the thrift store where I bought the suitcase, and it was full of all kinds of stuff. And then every once in a while I've gone to Milady, and she has had all kinds of seam binding laces and stuff on sale for cheap. So I have tons. I shouldn't really buy any more anything. My dog's still angry at me. I'll open it in a minute. Okay, I'm going to cut this off so it's easy to work with. And then what I'm thinking actually is turning in like that. And it kind of camouflages this. It doesn't go too crazy with it. And I'm just going to smush it so that it's not making a total mess coming up through the lace. Because it is going to make one. And then what I need to do is take my rag and go like this. This might not be one I want to put back right away just because I'm afraid the glue coming through the lace will stick to the inside of the pocket. Okay, so then okay, so then when you pull it out of the pocket and you turn it over, there's space to write, but it's got a pretty little border on it. So that's fun. All right, now I don't want to stick that. It's still sticky. I don't want to stick that back in there, but I want to remember where it goes. Well, we'll see how it goes. All right, that one doesn't. Oh, this page I added. Okay, funny story. So I decided I wanted to cut something out of here, and I thought, well, maybe I'll just cut the piece and pull it out and leave all the rest of the pages sewn in there. Well, I accidentally cut the string and I ended up pulling out the whole signature. So I took part of it and I redecorated this. This was supposed to have a signature in it. And it ended up not. So I kind of added this flappy page. Oh, okay, wait. There we go. And what I think I might do is just stick a piece of this in along here. Let's get a piece of book page like that. And then what we'll do is we'll lay it in a little at a time. I don't have to scrunch it or anything. I just have to lay it in there. It shut off. It's got to turn back on. Okay. I'm trying to add texture because I can't really add bulk. So I'm looking at where I can put texture in this thing. Okay. This one's all twisty all by itself, so I'm kind of having to work it. Like I said, it'd probably be better off if I turned off my fan. Notice how I'm jumping up to do that, right? All right, let's see. I'm going to cut it off right about here. So anyway, so yeah, the Chicago PD is kind of, she is really gonna, the Chicago PD thing is like a tough love cop. He's borderline. I'm actually in some of the not going one way or the other on the political climates. I'm actually kind of surprised some of these shows survive because they're just, I mean, he's kind of, barely a clean cop. I don't know. He's a little brutal, let's just say that. I could see police brutality charges being part of his issues. But the show is actually good. I mean, I actually like the show, which I was kind of surprised. I wasn't expecting to like it, but I do. It's not a bad show. It was just unexpected, I guess. Can you hear them outside my door? Uh-oh. Now we're going to cut this piece off. And we're going to cut this piece off. And then we have a piece in the book. That's a page in the book that has some decor on it. I don't know. Like, I kind of want to add a little extra. Ooh, what if I doubled it up? Can you hear it? That's my daughter. She came out of her room because she heard the dog barking, and now she's antagonizing her. So yeah, I'm kind of curious to watch. I might watch, I don't know. Out of curiosity, I might watch Chicago Fire. I don't know that I'm as interested in a fire show, like a show all about the fire department. But the characters, they have a lot of overlap. So Chicago PD, we've had several episodes where the Chicago Med and the Chicago fire people visit, for lack of a better word. They're all part of the same. As a matter of fact, even some of the law and order people come from New York to visit Chicago and help out with cases. So he's kind of combined all of his universes, so to speak. We haven't had a visit from the FBI or anything, but it's kind of that kind of thing where there's mix and match from the different shows that he makes, which has made for interesting crossovers. Okay, hold on just a second. That was my daughter. She decided that I needed to let the dog in because she was unhappy and barking. Okay, anyway. All right, now, see, and it puts some interesting fabric and whatnot on the book. I might reuse this blue right in here. And then find something kind of fuchsia pink. It's supposed to be kind of a red, white, and blue. It's, but and yeah, this time I'm going to keep it on its thing. So anyway, I've been binge watching Chicago PD for like a week now, maybe. And especially the day that I was not feeling well and I was kind of in bed. So I'm like in the middle. I'm trying to think where I am. I think I'm in the middle of season 3. Yeah, so I went all the way back to the beginning. It's got 12 seasons. I mean, it seems to be doing well. So but I made the comment one time that the FBI in the New York field office, the FBI show, seems to constantly be bombs and terrorists. This one is gangs and drugs. So, yeah. I mean, that's where this one kind of sits in the... I don't actually like that on there. And there's all kinds of drama with the characters, of course. I don't always mind the side drama, but I don't always like it either. Sometimes I'm like, okay, we could just not. That'd be great. But they do have some interesting characters. And I will say, I like some of the lines. Some of the lines are good. And of course, it's going to be one of those things where I'm in season 3. And I don't know how it's going to go as far as... Like, remember when I talked about before, I don't like it when you, like, get used to... Like, there's good characters in your story, and suddenly they decide that character needs to die, or, you know, whatever. And they take them out. And then you have to get used to new characters, and you have to decide whether or not you like them. So far that hasn't happened, but I do know that some characters are going to be, you know, leaving and coming and going. I do, because I've kind of looked ahead at the episodes to see, like, how many are in a season and what the story, how the story plot line is going. Because, of course, as the story goes on, the characters have character arcs and all that sort of thing. So just to see. So you get used to all these characters, and then they say, yeah, well, you know what, we're going to get rid of this one for whatever reason. I'm sure it has to do with something going on in the actor's personal life, whatever. So, you know, it is what it is, but it's just, you get used to a character and then they're gone, and you have to decide if you like the next character. I will say my thing about cop shows, and I may have said this before because we've talked about cop shows so much, because that's what I mostly watch. I do not like it when they overdo the, what do you call it? The supervisors trying to break up the team thing, or, you know, like that. I'm not a big fan. I would prefer you just let the story be the story. I like watching them solve the crimes every week. I'm not interested in some boss's vendetta toward some cop in the district, or, you know, whatever. That zip interest for me. I don't like it. I would prefer that they just let them solve crimes every week. That's the show. To just solve crimes. And if that's not what kind of show you wanted to make, then maybe you shouldn't have made this show. That's about how I feel about it. So it's kind of like if it ends up being some sort of a... I also am not a big fan of... Like, I don't mind if they have to fight some guy. Like, if they have some mystery that they're trying to solve and it takes 2 or 3 episodes in a row. Or maybe 2 episodes and then you have to skip one and come back to it for one more episode. I do not like overarching... stretch it out for multiple seasons and multiple shows. things that I have to, you know, it's like you just want him to go away. I mean, the idea is to not like him. I get that, whoever the villain is. But in the same token, I'm not interested in, you know, I just want a mystery that they solve every week and then move on. That's kind of how I am with it. All right, these are going to have to be cut in the middle, in the part of their circles. So I'm going to see how that looks, and I may end up taking those off. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll cut this loose. Like that. Is that not going to glue under it? Okay, we'll put glue under this one. And then we'll cut this loose. So, like I said, I don't mind drama in the background as long as it's not, doesn't become the, I don't want to watch, like I don't want to watch a soap opera. I want to watch them solve crimes. Catch bad guys. Yeah. Or criminals. Well, I'll say it that way. Catch criminals who've done bad things. And yeah, it's the way I feel about my mystery shows. But so far I'm enjoying it, so we'll see how that goes. That's kind of fun, right? I like the dots, and it continues from what's on the front. And I just left the calendar. See, this was one where I used a calendar divider page, and the calendar divider pages are not double-sided. They have the beginning of the calendar month on that side. So I just left it because you can still write on that, and makes for a kind of a fun, different kind of background. I was looking for something to put along here, and it's apple, so I was going to do red, but you know me and red and green, guys. I mean, it's like screams Christmas. I know it's not, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do along there, actually. That might have to be a come back to it thing. Because I'm not really sure what I want to put there. I don't know, guys. I don't know. What do you guys think? Scream at me. Yell something to me. What are we thinking? I might leave it for now. I'm going to put this back in here. Oh, that one's going to be, I didn't glue that down. Okay, we're going to have to glue that down so that it'll tuck in the pocket. Sorry, I got glue on my fingers. There, that way it doesn't come up when I'm trying to put it in the pocket. So now it should slide in okay. And then the little circles will stick out. There we go. I like it. I will say this, the tape I used to reinforce the hinges of the pages, which I'm not really sure why I did it. I was being a little bit over paranoid. See, it stuck. I was being a little bit over paranoid because we stitch regular paper into pages all the time. I think I was more worried about the ones that weren't going to have any stitching in them. Not that that would probably be better for folding than worse. So I don't know what I was really worried about, but what I did find out is that masking tape is just thick enough to catch the cards in the pocket. So you might want to go through the process of doing that. All right. So, and then we're this one, and I don't think I have any more in here. I put a few things in pockets. yeah, I think that's about it, guys. So I just wanted to take you through and put some ruffles on these cards and show you. We are almost done. I am almost ready to show this, and hopefully the next time I bring it to you, it will be full, and I will just do a flip through with you, and that'll be it. But yeah, there you go, guys. I really like the way this turned out, and I hope to see you soon with, I don't know, something. I don't know where I am on the Apple Journal, so be patient with me on that one. I might come back to you with some more mess before I come back to you with the Apple Journal. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.